Human Supporters Association is a grassroots organization that focuses on alternative psychoeducational programs. It offers the youth of Nablus and surrounding areas a peaceful, proactive alternatives in dealing with the given political realities, and it is a gathering point for activists promoting justice and social change within Palestinian society.
So Nablus suffered a lot by the Israeli occupation. Nablus experienced a lot of victims by the Israeli occupation and a lot of violence. The Israeli occupation, they made a second intifada in West Bank, and in the first invasion of the second intifada, April 2002, the Israeli soldiers, they killed many people, they damaged many houses. There were many injured, and me myself, I was paramedic during that period. I was volunteer in the street, trying to help injured, trying to go to occupied houses, to help people, to provide them food, to provide them even water, because the Israeli soldiers, they enclosed them at one room in the house, and they let them days sometimes. It happened, this kind of story. The Palestinian children, they were so victims to all of this kind of stories. So as I was paramedic, seeing that with the other volunteers, of course, we decided to make a party for the children at the end of the invasion. And of course, we are not expert to make a party, to how to deal with children, how to make them laugh. But finally, in fact, we succeed. We made a party for them, a basic party, I think, like we danced with them, we played the music, we painted at their faces, like we gave them some small presents at the end of the party, and we were surprised, or we were so happy to see the children smiling. So this gave us a lot of hope, and from here we begin to make a regular party for the children, to let them to express their emotion according to the happiness that we saw with the children, according to the smiles that we saw it painted at their faces. We decided to continue with them and to make a summer camp for them. Of course, we didn't have big ability to receive many children. We had a small summer camp for those children, and we asked them, if you see an Israeli soldier, what you would like to tell him? And of course, we wrote what they told us in a cartoon, and we transferred it at the checkpoints, at the Israeli checkpoints that is surrounding Nablus city. And we took it in a simple activity, like for us we called it non-violent picnic. It's a picnic on the checkpoint. In fact, we go, of course, with our international friends to save us, because Palestinian alone, if we go at the checkpoint, it's so dangerous for us. So we were going there with the cartoons, with the message of the children, and we were giving it to the soldier. Of course, we were going there with our music instrument, with our food. It's a real picnic, let's say. And of course, the Israeli soldiers always received us violently, and you will be surprised if I will tell you the maximum time we spent at the checkpoint in this picnic, it didn't reach 5 minutes, sadly, of course. And at that moment, still we were not association yet. We were calling ourselves Human Supporter Group.
Our mission is to empower, mobilize, and serve our local community, especially children and teenagers. Human supporters believe in the political psychological approach, meaning you cannot take the traumatic experience out of the political context of the life of the young people. In this case, it was important to initiate a work method that will combine psychological work with training and empowerment for activism against occupation, along with building up a society in a time of constant occupation. At first, we only applied classical psychological methods, such as psychodrama, painting, sharing stories, etc. However, while implementing this classical method, we found that we faced the same problem, the same difficulties and obstacles than the other organization. Namely, that we were not able to build a substantial framework that can contain these children and teenagers. For example, it was, and it still is, impossible to provide a completely safe place, which is one of the essential conditions when working with traumatized kids. In addition, the children and teenagers in such contexts have lost their confidence in adults as a source of protection and security. Moreover, it is difficult for them to believe in a better future, not only because of what they are going through, but also from absorbing the stories of their parents and realizing their future will be like the one the adults around them have. When children is throwing stones, they are not committing a political violent action. On the contrary, they are trying to take an active role and to express their feelings by sending the message to the occupier, the Israeli soldiers. This is the way they choose to show us their needs. Whilst considering this, we manage to respond actively to their need, helping them to go through a healthy process in dealing with their traumatic context, whilst avoiding the risk taken by throwing stones, and enabling them to focus on their life and their future. To do this, we try to create a more active role for themselves, helping them to understand and to analyze the context in which they are living. And by including them in building the strategy for the future, we enable them to develop an important coping mechanism, the confrontation, confronting the fear and the trauma.
Beginning in 2002, HSA's activities were focused on dealing with the people's immediate needs who are living in Nablus under the occupation. In 2005, the activists of the Human Supporters began the Voice of Kids magazine project, which is a psychoeducational project for kids between the ages of 12 and 16 from all around the city of Nablus. The project encompassed the goals and the beliefs of the Human Supporters and is helping to bring alternative tools for the children to deal with their political reality.
عمري 8 سنين شاركت بجمعية إنصار الإنسان. ساكن أنا قدام جمعية إنصار الإنسان، وكتير بحب جمعية إنصار الإنسان، وهي قريبة عن بيتي، ما بقدر أروح على مكان إلا غيرها. في برامج حلوين، وأنا شاركت بالنادي الصيفي. هو عبارة عن شركاء من الأولاد عملوه بمدرسة الفاطمية، وهو كان كتير حلو، وأي إشي بكون فيه، وفي ألعاب كتير بجمعية إنصار الإنسان، وهي أحلى جمعية بكل الدول وأحسن إشي.
In March 2010, we launched a 3-year project dedicated to the people who are living in the Old City. The project is called Promoting Children, Youth and Women Education and Psychological Well-being in Nablus, Old City. This project is funded by the European Union and implemented through the cooperation of the Human Supporters Association and CHEES. The main goal of this project is promoting the awareness among the educational institution and the local authorities on the rights of children, women, and youth to education and protection. The project involves 750 children and youth between the ages of 6 and 18, and women mainly from the old city of Nablus. 50% of total number of direct beneficiaries is composed by women, youth, and children who are in need of psychological and educational support. We also held literacy classes in mathematics and Arabic for women ages 25 and 40. Another literacy classes in Arabic and mathematics for the dropouts, boys and girls between 13 and 18 years old. We also have school supports for children ages 7 and 10 in mathematics, Arabic, and English. Art labs, theater, dance, sport, which is a psychological support we provide the children. We also included the other more informal courses classes in English and French for kids and university students, and the workshops that we provide in the cooperation with the other NGOs of Nablus that work on the women and children's writing skills. Since 2002, Human Supporters has provided summer camps for the children of the city of Nablus, targeting their psychological needs through providing them psychoeducational activities that bring them joy and happiness in their lives. One of the camps which we do regularly is the Living Together Summer Camp, which brings together children and activists from the 3 main religions in Nablus, which aims to build tolerance and the social unity between all of them.